Alright, so let us see if we follow the two rules that we discussed in the previous slide, the basis rule and the inductive step. Can we go to any step in the ladder by following this two rule process? So let's see if we want to climb at a given level on the ladder, let's say at the 101 step, then how can we proceed? Of course, we need to get to the first step in the beginning. So the first rule guarantees that we will get to the first step. And once we are at step number 1, we can invoke rule number 2, which is the inductive step, which lets us assume that given we are at step 1, we can move to step number 2. And then we can repeatedly apply rule number 2. For example, once we are at step number 2, rule number 2 allows us to go to step number 3. And once we have reached step number 3, we can go to step number 4 and so on until we reach step number 100, from which we can proceed to step number 101, and so on. For any given step, we have to start from 1 by using rule number 1, and then we apply rule number 2 until we reach that given step. So this technique enables us to prove propositions for any value of n, where n is an integer, starting from n equals 1, and then establishing a general inductive step where we assume that at a given step k or n equals k, we can move to n equals k plus 1, or we can prove the given proposition for n equals k plus 1.